you guys. How's everyone doing? Good. Well, Rhonda, thank you so much just for the opportunity to be here and to share with your tribe one of the messages that is my life, pretty much. Beauty inside and out. Now, you might be thinking, all right, pageant girl, just pretty dresses up on stage. Well, actually, a few years ago, I wasn't even a pageant girl and didn't even know really what pageants were about except for what I saw on TV. Anybody, can you guys relate with that? So I was actually at a point in my life where I was kind of ready to take an intentional step and surround myself with a bigger tribe of women. And I had some girlfriends that said, oh, well, you should try this pageant thing. It's actually a really great way to meet other women in the community. And so I ended up joining, as scared as I was, as unfamiliar with pageants as I was. But I really saw the opportunity that it created to be a platform for the greater message that I had in my heart, for the causes that I wanted to support, and to make the connections with other powerful women in the community. And it was a really, really amazing experience. I had the opportunity to be chosen as the winner among 38 other women. That was when Rhonda and I met. And I have to say, it was just because of your inspirational speech. And so I had the opportunity to travel all across the state, share my message, connect with kids, and really help inspire women to own their beauty inside and out, because that was part of my message. I didn't know that the way that we look on the outside could be used as a tool, right? It's how we show up in the world. It is, it's our brand, it's who we are. And if what we look like on the outside doesn't match who we are on the inside, what actually happens subconsciously is other people that we encounter, they misinterpret what it is that we're trying to say or get across. So as we dive into this, well, what is beauty? Now for me, I like to say beauty this way. So according to Webster, the quality or qualities in a person or thing that gives pleasure to the senses or pleasurably exalts the mind or spirit. Now, when you guys think of beauty, what are some of the things, you should go ahead and shout it out, what are some of the things that you think are beautiful?
Mountains.
Yeah, mountains, sunshine, the ocean.
Someone's smile.
Yeah, someone's smile.
My hair. Laugh.
Yes. I love it. I love it. It's true, you do. You have great hair. So what about a person? What do you notice, what do you experience in a person that makes them beautiful?
When they're themselves.
Kindness, authenticity. Someone said laughing over here. Joy. Smiling. So all of this stuff that we're talking about, which you guys are absolutely correct, what's very interesting is I actually did a Facebook poll that asked this exact question, like, what is beauty to you? And just like you guys shared, yes, hair and a smile, but more often than not, and like I said in my Facebook poll, I had hundreds of answers that talked about the qualities of people and their body language and how they show up in the world. Are they grateful? Do they love people around them? Are they serving their community? Right? And these are the qualities that start to give pleasure to the senses, but pleasurably exalts the mind or spirit. It's that vibration, it's that energy that we feel when we connect with someone, heart to heart, soul to soul, when our message resonates with them. When we can see them as a human being, and we know that everything about them is beautiful and that they are a gift. So, a couple different types of beauty, just like you guys mentioned, external as well as internal. So yes, external things can be the scenery and the oceans and the mountains and the flowers, which all of that stuff is amazing, and there's beauty found in creation wherever we go. There are different things, external, which the media uses quite a bit, right? It's the photos on the magazines. It's the commercials that we see. It's the symmetry in faces and the beautiful Photoshop pictures that we see, and sometimes as women can compare ourselves to, right? I know for me, especially when it comes to media, I tended to compare myself and feel like I wasn't enough. I wasn't pretty enough. I wasn't thin enough. I wasn't short enough or tall enough or smart enough or good enough. Has anybody been ever able to relate? Yeah. So there is research that shows that symmetry of face is actually, we are attracted to that. We like things that are even in placements. Appearance, again, that external and that outward appearance. And there is something to the healthy skin, hair, and nails. This gets into our primal instincts. Back in the day, cavemen, they would look for their mate, and the health of that mate shows up in the way that we look on the outside. And our subconscious begins to interpret that. So the healthy skin, the inner glow, the good hair, instead of the wiry, wispy hair that you're like subconsciously we're like, there's something going on the health of that person on the inside. And so that primal instinct is to then not choose that person as a mate, because the strong survive when I have Siberian tigers chasing after me, right? So I have to make sure to choose the strongest mate so that our children can continue the generations. There's things like we were talking about, the social norms in the media, and then like we mentioned, the things that are internal, the joy, the gratitude, the service, all of that, the contribution, like I said, the health on the inside. And how many of you guys have known someone when they are walking in their purpose, on purpose, they are fully ignited, they are in their mission and in their message? How many of you guys know someone like that? Yeah. I know Rhonda is. She's a bright, shining example of a woman fully lit up. And there's something that actually happens internally when it comes to our thoughts, our beliefs, our body language, and how we show up in the world. So you might be wanting me to say, okay, let's get on with the hair and the makeup tutorials. I mean, come on, beauty queen. Which those are all amazing and those are good, and I actually have a gift for you at the end of this, which you will have access to my exclusive makeup tutorials, fashion tips, some of my favorite fashion advice and courses, and which are, like I said, they're important because that's how we show up in the world. So like I mentioned before, subconsciously, our body is interpreting over 80,000 signals and messages in any given moment. Now, this goes into some of those internal things that we were talking about and how your body interprets those. So there's actually, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. So like I said, your appearance, your vibrations, your energy. You guys vibe with me for a second if you're not that energy vibing type. So your appearance, your brand, your body language, your eye contact, being congruent with who you are on the inside and how you show up in the world on the outside. We can do this with tools like hair and makeup and fashion. Did you know that there's actually the right colors and cuts and fabrics and textiles and shapes that you should be wearing for your specific personality and for your specific energy? And so what happens is if you are wearing something different than that, it creates that subconscious communication with someone else that there is inconsistency with who you are. Interesting, right? So you get access to that tutorial and to that in my surprise. Again, obviously, contribution. We are most like God universe, source, whatever it is that you believe, we are most like God when we give. Giving of our time, our talents, our money. And then, like I said, the vibrations. So coming from a place from those higher vibrations. Now, what this means is, if you can see this sheet or this cone, this is actual measurements of energy. And as you can see, when you get down lower in the cone, the vibration, so just like a radio signal, or just like I can click the button and the signal goes to the computer that then changes the slide, right? So the vibrations, they're now able to measure them. And so if we come from a place of fear or anger or shame or apathy, guilt, all of that stuff affects literally how every single one of our cells vibrate. But if we come from a space of peace and joy and love, reason, right? We can have a conversation with someone without having to blast them all over Facebook and create a Facebook argument, right? Even if someone has a different point of view. Acceptance, willingness, courage, all of that is more of the expansive energies that every single one of our cells will vibrate with. Now, you might be thinking, okay, well, what does this have to do with beauty, with confidence? Well, if you're looking at some of these words, how many of you have ever felt, whether it's anger or not enough, or I know for us as women, we get caught in comparison, right? Especially on social media when we see everyone's highlight reels and I'm still in sweatpants, like changing a poopy diaper, because I have a 1-year-old. Right, so if we come from these spaces of the higher vibrations compared to those other ones, what's really interesting is that when we think a thought in our neurology, it sends a signal to our brain to create a chemical response, which then goes back to all of our muscles, all of our cells, and it confirms that thought. So it's this beautiful little cycle, especially if we are utilizing those higher vibration and those expansive vibrations. But what if we're not? What if we have those self-deprecating thoughts? What if all of a sudden, I know for me, women compare themselves to me. And I don't say it in a bragging or a boastful way. I've been teased for the way that I look. I've been put in a box, one that you can't be pretty and kind. Or maybe you can't be blonde and smart, which I was blonde about 2 weeks ago. Right? I was called intimidating. I didn't get asked out on dates because guys were scared of me. And for me, the genuine people lover that I am, my name, Charity, means love. I literally love hard, and I love every single person. No matter, probably to a fault, give the benefit of the doubt. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you step into your best and most authentic and beautiful self. And so I'm actually going to do a little exercise with you guys that will give you instant access to the greatness that is already inside of you. Because then what that does is if you start to feel those self-deprecating thoughts, if you start to feel not enough, if you start to feel angry, if you start to feel shame, do you guys think that that would affect the way you do your job, show up as a spouse, show up as a mom if you have kids, show up to a sales meeting, to a fun dinner tonight? Right? So would it be beneficial for you guys to do an exercise with me that will give you instant access to those higher vibrations?
Yes.
Okay. So what are some things that, or what are some instances that you guys think it would be beneficial to have instant access to this? And I'll give you a secret. It's already inside. You already have the love, the joy, the gratitude, the power, the forgiveness, the courage. You already have it. So now it's just a matter of accessing it, right? So what are some things or instances or times that you guys think it would be beneficial to have instant access to some of these? What'd you say? Trusting. Maybe a sales meeting.
When you hang up with an angry person and maybe that vibe stays with you and you just want it off.
Totally. Get rid of the bad vibes.
Yeah.
Maybe when we get caught in comparison as women. Maybe when we scroll social media and we're like, gosh. Maybe when we just wake up in the morning in a funk. Maybe when I don't want to go exercise and move my body and raise my vibration that way. Maybe when I'm not eating as clean. I heard you guys had some awesome info today about food and fitness, which is my jam because I'm actually a former personal trainer and health coach, so I love it because I'm definitely all about wellness inside and out. So I'm going to actually have you guys stand up with me, and we're going to do what's called anchoring. So anchoring is a really fun NLP technique that allows you to have instant access to these different higher vibration feelings, right? Because remember, our body creates those feelings, which then create a chemical, which then goes into our body and confirms that thought or that feeling. So what anchoring is, like I said, is it's picking a movement in your body. I'm going to have you guys visualize and literally bring up the energy of a certain instance. So whether you want to feel more confident, if you want to feel more brave, if you want clarity, if you want focus, if you want whatever other feeling, gratitude, whatever that might be, you can have instant access to that with this exercise, and you guys can do this over and over and over. So with the anchoring, what we are going to, and I'll have you each individually pick your own move for your anchor. So what an anchor is just some part of your body that you anchor a move towards. So this is one of my anchors. I cross my fingers, and I have anchored confidence, clarity, and one other one, I forget. But every time I do this move, literally, because I have anchored those experiences and those emotions to that move, it changes the physiology of my body, and it anchors me right back into those higher vibrations. So you can pick an anchor where you touch a knuckle, you squeeze an ear, you pinch your side, whatever that anchor might be. You touch your back, you touch your nose, like whatever that might be. So we're actually going to anchor the same feeling 3 times. So I want you guys to pick your anchor move. Like you could cross these 2 fingers, like you could touch a knuckle, touch an elbow. No, it can be whatever it is that you want, but I will say, if you do plan on using it in public, like maybe, but you're going, which you could do it in public. But if you're maybe going up on stage, I know for me, I used a lot of these in competition and on stage, or even if I'm just feeling like, wah, wah, I'm just like, okay. It just brings me right back to that physiology, right? And so then, if you guys think about that physiology and bringing you right back to that space of whether it's that confidence, that power, that joy, that gratitude, as the person that you are now speaking with or encountering, or that you are, if you're in front of a room, now all of that subconscious or that nonverbal communication and languaging, it makes sense with who you are and what your message is. And how much better is that for our jobs, our lives, our marriages, how we show up in the world, right? Okay, so do you guys have your anchor move? Okay, so what I'm going to walk you guys through is a visualization. So if there is a word that you would like to, and maybe Rhonda, I'll let you pick this one since you know your team well, your tribe, your vibe, what vibe you want. So it could be confidence, any certain, beauty, focus, clarity, drive, power, whatever word, right? Yeah. I'll have what the full menu.
Don't you feel like, is it confidence? Is it confidence? Is it, what did you say? You said another really good word, like power. What did you say?
Power, clarity, drive.
Clarity, what did you say? Clarity. Drive. Okay, so I'm not picking one for everyone, am I?
Yeah, it's all in your hands.
One. It's all in your hands.
It better be good. Hey, my life is going to be affected by this.
Sure. What's the word? I really like love. Is it love? Yeah. Oh, love is my favorite.
Or passion.
Passion. Oh, see, these are all so good, Charity.
Okay, so what's really fun about anchoring is that you can layer a couple different feelings on top of the same anchor. And you can do then different points with different, you can just like anchor your whole body if you want to with all these different feelings.
Okay, I think we should do love.
Love.
Love? I think we should
Love,
do
love, love. Love it.
different layer away.
And it's even what my name means. Oh. All right. So what I'm going to have you guys do in just a second is close your eyes, and you are going to, and you're still going to stay standing with your anchor in mind. And you are going to recall an experience in your life where you have felt overwhelming love. Now, if you do this again as you layer on different anchors, whether it's you felt the most confident you have ever felt, you felt the most focused that you have ever felt, right? So you can draw up these instances. Like I said, it's already inside. You already know what it feels like to love and to be loved. So I'm going to cue you guys to go through that experience. And once you reach and feel what you felt, see what you saw, and once your emotions get, right, because what our emotions do is a natural curve. So once you get right before the top of that emotion, you're going to fire your anchor, hold it for 3 seconds, take a big deep breath in, and open your eyes and let go of your anchor. Okay, so everyone close your eyes. Take a big deep breath in and out. One more inhale, filling your lungs, and exhale. Now I want you to find that experience in your life where you have felt and known, without a doubt, love. Whether you are giving that love or receiving that love. In that experience, smell the same smells that were there. See the same colors, the same people. The same room that you were in. Put yourself in that room, looking through your eyes, feeling what you felt, experiencing what you experienced. And as your emotions, as that feeling of love, as it peaks, and this is for you to know, fire your anchor strong, hold for 3 seconds, breathe in and open your eyes. Stay silent, there's still a few other people. Good. How do you feel? Yeah. Yeah. Nice. So we're going to do this 2 more times to really anchor in that same spot that you used. And then again, you can use this over and over and over for different words or feelings that you want to feel. And then what's really fun, and you'll want to do this a few more times over the next few days just to solidify that anchor. But then what's really, really great about it is if you layer maybe love and a couple other words that you might need for you and your soul and your life, right? Because you know more about what you need. Then you have access to that exact feeling whenever you need it, whenever you want it. So we're going to do that one more time. Or excuse me, 2 more times. Okay, so close your eyes again.
Is it the same?
It can be the same experience or a different experience. And for those of you who maybe you don't necessarily know what love feels like, you can probably make up an experience or a feeling for what you believe it should look like or feel like. Right? All right, so close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. One more big deep breath. And put yourself into your experience. See what you saw. Hear what you heard. Feel what you felt. And again, in your own timing, when those emotions hit right before the crest of that curve, anchor in that emotion. Breathe in and open your eyes. Nice job. All right, you think we can do it one more time? Get that anchor in there solid? Okay, last time. Close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Put yourself in that experience of overwhelming, unconditional, unexplainable love. If you need to cry, that's okay. Emotions are a good thing. Once you hit that crest of where you're at within the story and within your emotions, fire your anchor. Breathe in. And open your eyes. Nice job. How do you guys feel? Shout out a few words. Awesome.
Peaceful.
Peaceful.
Joy.
Joy, yeah. Love, maybe? Love. Good. So now anytime, like I said, you have the access to now come from these highest vibration measurements, and that's that subconscious programming that when you show up in the world, you are showing up with the highest vibration possible. And that's a big deal, right? So I do have something for you guys. So I know this is about beauty inside and out, confidence inside and out. So I hope that you guys utilize the anchoring technique. Because again, that's that confidence and that assurity that comes from the inside, and that affects every single cell in your body. And you guys can sit down, sorry. That affects every single cell in your body, and that can, which is then interpreted by the other people that we encounter. So we've got a fun little gift for you guys because yes, beauty is inside and it's out. So you guys get some, one of my favorite lip glosses. And along with the lip glosses, If you guys want to either take a photo of that or write it down, but the website there, it is exclusive access to my makeup tutorials, to the fashion, the free energy profile assessment to figure out what energy you are so that you can match your fashion according to that. It'll have this video where we did the anchoring, so you'll have access to that over and over as much as you need to. There's a link to my new book, which is, it's called The Ugly Side of Being Beautiful. And it's not necessarily what you think. So, Rhonda, this copy is signed and it's for you.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah, but it's a little bit about my life as well as other people's stories and what they have experienced. When it comes to being beautiful. But the definition of what I use, like I said, it's in here. It's being you. It's being authentic, true to who you are, and living in your purpose. So the book officially launches on Monday, a week from today. So there's lots of other fun resources in that website, so I hope you guys take advantage of it. It'll be up for forever. So yeah, free access to it, lots of fun goodies. And then if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Rhonda, thank you again. It was such an honor.
Thank you.